100, because what Setsuko started with. But next mission, Setsuko time. So here we are, completely dark, and it's Setsuko. Chief, where are you going, Chief? He's a goddamn ghost. Please don't go, Chief. The Glory Star and the Virgolas, they need you. Farewell. Goodbye, Setsuko. Chief, First Lieutenant, don't leave me. Please, don't go. And Rand just has him remembering the bullshit of Mel's dad getting whopped away, giving him the heat smile because he's a bullshit. And like Rand's route is Mel's dad going, "The Gullion's yours, but keep your hands off Mel. She'll be a fine woman, that one." And Rand's like, "Oh, fuck it," and get eaten by the dimensions. But here's Setsuko waking up in bed, being observed by Dorothy, who mentions Norman. Setsuko asks where she is, and Norman says Paradigm City. And if Rand was here to go, "Paradise City?" It's like, no, Paradigm City. It's like, that's right. And he introduced himself as the butler of the mansion, Norman Barker, I believe. And he tells her that she's been unconscious for days, ever since his master found her lying in the rain and brought her home. And Setsuko's like, "I'm Setsuko Ohara," but that's it, that's all she can remember. And Rand goes, "And people know me as," and he gives the thumbs up and is like, "Oh, what did they call me?" But this is Setsuko, and she's just like, can't remember anything else, just knows her name, doesn't remember anything else about who she was or what she's done. And Rand bashes his head against the table because he's an idiot, and she says it'll break the table for it, fixes his head, and Rand's like, "Wait, let's remember that." But Dorothy here says amnesia's not rare in this town. Everyone in Paradigm City has lost their memories. Because Paradigm City's fucked up. So yeah, so Norman finds Setsuko in the living room and asks how she is. And Chief thanks for his concern, but she's fully recovered. Meanwhile, on Rand's route, he spent his time doing 300 push-ups to prove he's in good physical shape. Fucking Rand. It really makes me want to do another Rand playthrough, because he's such a wild dude. Just doesn't give a shit about anything. Except when he does, and then he's deadly serious. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I will. It depends how sick I am of this after the second playthrough. But I think that would be special as well. Like, we could do special run, and it gives you like more than one of each item for some reason. But she's still confused about what's going on, and Norman suggests she stops worrying about her memories. The people of this town are proof that even if you forget the past, you can still make a living. And Rand doesn't have the confusion. He's just like, well, as long as I'm healthy, I can do something. But she asks if it's the same for Norman. He says same for him, and how he eventually came to work in this house. Living without memories of their past is part of the course in Paradigm City. And Setsuko wonders if Norman knows how this city came to be, and he doesn't. No one knows when the city was founded, or even who were the first people to live here, because most people will think it was probably 40 years ago. A mysterious event destroyed the world, and the people who could came here. But if it was 40 years ago, then Norman would have been alive to see what happened, but not a single person in town remembers anything prior to that time. No one's ever tried to leave either. Anyone born in the city tends to stay there. Simply their nature. Dorothy then comes in and tells Norman that she's going out, and Norman tells her to ask Roger, when she finds him, if he'll be coming home for dinner. Setsuko says that she's noticed that Dorothy has been leaving a lot these past few days and wonders where she could be going. And Norman says that she's looking for Roger, the lord of this manor. Setsuko said she'd like to meet him. And he says he does have the habit of leaving every now and then. But his current absence has been longer than most, but such is the life of someone in his job. And when Setsuko asks, he says that Roger's a negotiator. Negotiator? You mean? He's like, yep, an arbiter that helps concerned parties work out a solution to a problem that's mutually beneficial. And Roger has a good reputation. However, this time he's been called in by the first victim in a string of killings. The first victim, oh my god. And this is scenario 11, paradigm shift. So, Setsuko gets a good look at Paradigm City, and it's fucking crazy. Holy shit. Dorothy wonders what she's doing here. Setsuko said she was worried about Dorothy, and if it was Rand, he's like, I gotta pay you back for food and shelter. And who knows what trouble you could get tangled up in. I'll be your bodyguard. And she's like, oh, you're so stifling. But regardless, Dorothy says not to worry. And if Setsuko, yeah, she wonders if Setsuko did this sort of work before. And Setsuko's like, no idea. But she couldn't stay in bed after talking to Norman. And Rand, meanwhile, can only remember that he's good at breaking things. So, Dorothy, yeah, Chief. So Setsuko agrees and calls Dorothy Chief, and Dorothy doesn't mind. And, oh my fucking god, on Rand calls her boss, which is what he calls Mel Dad, and then said, could you call me darling? And Dorothy's like, that I will not do. Oh my god, you gotta do, Rand. Fuck. But following that, Setsuko asks her about the huge-ass dome. And she says it belongs to the Paradigm Corporation, people who rule this town. And then Dorothy calls Setsuko over so they continue their search into another part of town. And Setsuko readily agrees. Elsewhere, Setsuko asks Dorothy, he's like, Chief, you got any details in case of this case Roger's working on? But she don't know nothing. All she knows is that there's a serial killer who's made several victims already. The first victim actually contacted Roger by phone, but then was killed before they could meet. Setsuko wonders if he's investigating out a revenge, but Dorothy has no idea what goes on in his head. He's a weird dude. And Setsuko finds it weird that he works as his maid, but doesn't understand her master, and Dorothy says she's only working as a way to pay off a negotiation Roger did for her. And Setsuko says that he sounds like a pretty nice guy, but Dorothy says he's a louse! He's a goddamn rotten dude, and he's got no fashion sense. His shirt looks like a goddamn dish rag. And then Dorothy tells Setsuko to step back, because here comes trouble. And it's Dav and T-Bone, and they're trying to cause some trouble. And who are these dudes? Dorothy's like, no idea. But Dav and T-Bone say they're here to take Dorothy as bait to lure her boss out of hiding. He's like, no way, I'm looking for him myself. Throws a punch and crushes a nearby street lamp. And Dav is like, oh shit, she's not human. Fuck, we're gonna die. Yeah, there's Dav, and the T-Bone is like, shit, that's the one that the boss told us to watch out for! So we know the choice, because they can't fucking fight Dorothy, they're on their way. And Setsuko's like, Chief, what is that? And she's like, oh, I thought Norman had told you, I'm an android. And then clapping is the mysterious nearby lady, Angel. And when asked, introduces herself as Angel and figures Setsuko as the person that Roger found. Dorothy asks if she's met with Roger, and she says that it was 3 days ago, but since we're looking for him, she's got a message for us to pass along, and it's mind your own business. In exchange, Dorothy wants Angel to pass this message along as she meets Roger. No one wants to know what he wants for dinner. And Angel's like, I don't know if I'll ever meet that man again. And off she goes. Setsuko says, Chief, who's that Angel lady? And Dorothy's like, no idea. But it's like, one of Roger's contacts is nearby, so let's go see him next. Just tell Roger to mind his own business. Well, you tell Roger to tell Norman what he wants for dinner. Boo. Who's that? No idea. But anyway, here's a big ear, and he hasn't seen Roger in a week. And Dorothy's not going to press it, but Setsuko steps in, and it's like, I think Roger might be in danger. Can you got anything that can point us in the right direction? And Big Ear just gives us a name, Michael Seaback. A job from the Paradigm Corporation a month ago, Schwarzwald. says Dorothy, mumbling, and Big Ear remembers as Roger was pursuing an unpublished article by a reporter with that name. When Michael appeared before him, it was a strange man with his face wrapped in bandages, called himself Schwarzwald. And that was the last time he was seen. He vanished, along with his article, in a sea of fire. Setsuko asks if this has something to do with the serial murders, and while Big Ear isn't sure, he wonders if that didn't unlock something dangerous inside Roger. And Setsuko doesn't know what to make of these clues, and neither does Dorothy. But then they're approached by a policeman. Here he comes. There he is, footsteps. Asks if they've been found. And he doesn't recognise Setsuko. In the exchange introduction, she says she's Setsuko Ahara, he's looking for Roger. And he introduces himself as Major Dan Daston of the military police and an old acquaintance of Roger. And then Setsuko says, "Oh, sorry," starts freaking out because she thinks she's being disrespectful to a superior officer. And we'll cover what Rand does when we do Rand's route, because holy moly, he's good. Dan quickly noticed how Setsuko's different from the people he deals with usually. But regardless, Setsuko asks if he's searching for Roger, but he can't do anything until an official missing persons report is filed. His office has his hands full chasing escaped prisoners. But he has heard reports of a man answering to Roger's description towards the agricultural region of Aylesbury. But any more than that, he doesn't have any info about the serial killings either, other than the culprit is described as a small woman. Setsuko and Dorothy make it to Aylesbury and they meet Gordon Rosewater. And he just goes, "You're late." And he says that Roger Smith has left in pursuit of another lead. Setsuko's like, "Oh, dang it." But despite her efforts to track him, Gordon tells her not to hurry, because it's all according to fate. Both our and Roger's visit has been preordained. And then, why the heck does Roger come over? And he says he wants to hear about the continuation of a novel Gordon's been writing. Gordon figures that Roger was interested in the illusion known as the truth. Not just about Paradigm City, but of the entire world. Setsuko doesn't get it, but Gordon says that he doesn't expect a wild tomato like her to be able to understand it. All the plucked tomato knows is that it's together with others. All it knows is, I am there, and that becomes its truth. Roger may be a tomato too, but at least he stopped to think about who picked him off the vine, just like the serial killer's victims. Setsuko asks what he knows about the murders, and Gordon says that he says, "I'll tell you what I told Roger. Don't get picked at the wrong time." But he thinks we can find our answer without his help, or rather, we should be able to do so. And then he says, "Give Roger my best, I'm going home. I'm old. Bye." By the way, all the tomato bullshit is just complete bullshit. You don't have to worry about the tomato bullshit. Angel then arrives on the scene and says she's come as an emissary of Paradigm Corporation's president, with orders to take us to the headquarters. And it turns out that Angel is secretly the president's secretary. And the president is Alex Rosewater. Gordon Rosewater is his father and former president of the corporation. Dorothy asks if he knows where Roger is, but despite being the mayor of the city, he does not. He says that he wouldn't be surprised if Roger simply disappeared for knowing too much. But Setsuko asked if he called us here just to talk about Roger. He says no, his interest is actually something Setsuko and Dorothy have, their memories. Setsuko says she doesn't have any that would be worth handing over, but Alex says he's been briefed about it by Angel, but he's more than willing to make a long-term deposit. All he asks is for us to promise to hand over our memories should we recover them. And Dorothy then says what would happen if we refuse, and Alex just goes, "I wonder." But either way, Setsuko can't make promises over something she doesn't have. Alex is like, "Alright, fine." But he has another meeting, so shuffle off. He tells Angel to take us home, and Setsuko says we can find our own way out. But Alex says, "Be careful, there's a serial killer on the loose, and for what he heard, his people are all people on the verge of recovering their 40-year-old memories." Back in town, Setsuko's like, "Why the heck would he want our memories? What's that about?" Dorothy asks if there's something wrong, and she says, just says they've met a lot of people in just one day, as if they were introducing new characters in a story, one after the other. And if it's like that, then Dorothy hopes that the climax, the story where Roger appears, happens soon. Either way, Dorothy says that's enough for today, so we're going to go find a taxi, and Setsuko's like, alright, Chief. Meanwhile, Setsuko gets a weird feeling, like she was together with someone and was protected by him. And maybe it had to do with the reason why she calls Dorothy Chief. And if she thinks about that, she feels so much pain in her heart. Just then, Dorothy returns, but there's no taxi, and she's wearing this weird coat. It's like, Chief, weird coat, where'd you get that? And then the new Dorothy just says that, die! Setsuko dodges, and she's like, dang it, you're not the Chief! And she introduces herself as RD, and tells Setsuko it's her destiny to die. It's like, dang it, I guess you're the serial killer. Don't know why you're trying to kill me though. And then RD says she's going to kill her before her memories turn completely. But then... hold it right there, RD! Roger Smith. What the? Glad to see you doing well. And he says he knows the killer's been going after those who are on the verge of becoming their memories, and he thinks it's unfair that the victims died without even knowing the reason. And he says an android can't commit murder though, or are you a special model? He's like, no, just doing his orders. He said, who then? Who's trying to stop the memories of 40 years ago from resurfacing? Furthermore, why do you look so much like Dorothy? And all she knows is, yeah, android can't kill. And she says all she knows is that she's heard the order to kill at the moment she came into being. And to her, killing is as natural as extending an umbrella to another person in the rain. And then Roger says that he figured out that the R stands for red. But what does the D stand for? Death, devil, dark. And RD says that destiny. She asks if Roger Smith is also following someone's orders, and he says no way. And then she says, why is it you pilot a Megadeus? And he said, such vehicles are the seat of God, and all who pilot them must do so on someone's orders. And if Roger can't say the same, then he's gonna die too. And she does a spooky face. Setsuko's real scared, and Roger says, run, kid! And then... Roger... And Setsuko's like, where am I gonna run? Roger's like, I've got a plan, it's alright. Follow me to a rendezvous point with Dorothy. And then a robot then busts through a nearby building. And we're just like, oh my god, that tasteless colour scheme. And controlling the robot is Beck. And he's having a right giggle seeing Roger Smith get chased around by such a tiny girl. But he says it's been too long, and then we're just like, Jason Beck. Cisco's like, who the heck's that? And Roger says, I don't know much other than his name, face, and the fact that he's a scumbag. Not worthy of being called an actual professional criminal. He's essentially a regular hoodlum. And Becca's like, whoa, 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 please. I am not a regular hoodlum. And he's still yelling Roger. And then Beck is like, no way, I'm not going to let anyone get my revenge away from, on Roger away from me, so he just runs over and slaps her one. And then he decides to celebrate his prison break with a bang. And just starts shooting everything. He's a lunatic. Dav and T-Bone are with him, and they call him Anarchy. Call him Big Bro. And they're glad to have their boss back. And then Beck thanks them, and says it's only thanks to Roger that he was sent to prison in the first place. But thanks to his most excellent underlings, he's now free and ready for some payback. And then Dorothy says, Roger is not here anymore. What? Where'd he run off to? Over there. No way, is he?
Biko! Showtime!
Big O showtime. Fucking Beck too busy being an idiot. Beck's so good. He's so good! I love Beck. Shit, but he's good. Blank! There it is. The Mega Deus. Cast in the name of God. Ye not guilty. Stepping up to the plate, are you, Crowboy? But I got this Beck Victory Deluxe here with me today. Still with a pointless opposition. And I see that your sense of aesthetics is as poor as ever. Oh, I can't stand that smug attitude of yours. Very well. I have a debt with you for accidentally saving my life, so I'll play your little game. Shut it! Today's curtains for you in that Mega Deus. I don't think so. Big O. Action! Now we just gotta beat the guy. And Roger's good. Roger's really good. Roger is super good this game because in the last game he was in, which was D, Super Robots didn't exist because the armor didn't work too good. So he was fucking garbage. So in this game they were like, let's make him good. He's got Negotiator, which lowers will every time he attacks somebody, I believe. Battle Spirit, I believe he also has. And Guard, and he also, as long as he is around at the end of a stage, no repair cost. It's got a shield, but he doesn't have blocking, so he can't use it, but that's fine. And he's good. He's really good. He gets even better later, so we'll be using Roger a lot. And his squad bonus is plus 30% critical hit. And he's good. He's really good. He's really good. Yeah, he's got Battle Spirit. Yeah, but his weakness is he's slow, and he can't hit flying things with most of his things. Yeah, like see there, it's got a blank on the first thing, like SBA. Really good on the ground, can't shoot anything in the air. So all of his post-movement options can't do anything to things in the air. But I mean, what do you expect? Got a punch him. And the Brunom says he didn't move this thing, so he makes getting the battle mastery easier. So we'll do the same, shall we? I mean, we got no accuracy problems, that's for sure. Yeah, and just think, in 5 games, we're gonna finally get to control Beck permanently, and he's good. You get to control him for 1 stage in one of the Z2s. Let's go, Crowboy. Our annoying little relationship will end right here, right now. Beck, do not create connections where there are none. You're the only one that's been chasing after me. Shut it! Just listening to your nitpicking makes me sick. I'm only expressing myself such that even a man of your meager intellect and character can understand. In essence, I'm calling you out. I won't tolerate someone who breaks the law I believe in. Prepare yourself, Beck. And Beck's fucking trash. Karasuyaro! So, which is like Crow Dude. Oh, he gave me the butt stomp. Too bad, I guess you have a good one. That's your next time. Big go, let's go. Let's see what Roger is done. Tsuru Miyamoto. Wank. Yu Hakusho.
Bye bye.
Is Itsuki Kisaragi and Ralph Zephon. Is Mr. Misahoshi and Full Metal Panic Tomoku. Is Sora Takauchi and Ege. Is Maizo and Nakano. Is He's Conrad in Blue Dragon.
もうダメだボスちくしょう
Rotwang.
覚えてろよ
Shit. Dang, he's getting me. He's Genkaku in Katana Gatori. He's in Dr. Rotwang in Tiger Bunny. There's Mamoru Kodai in Yamato 2199. Just fucking got him. They actually have another thing where he says, couldn't you have done something about that tasteless preference for the colour gold though? Hell, you're talking about? You're covered in black from head to toe and I'm the one with bad taste? Seems our aesthetic tastes faded to be directly opposed to each other. So I'll fight, for the law I believe in and my aesthetic sense. But we bopped him good. So, T-Bone's like, boss! You can't take any more punishment! You just got out of jail! He's like, oh, I got out and I still got beaten. This sucks! But he's like, I'll remember this, crow dude! And then blows up. But he runs away. Daston then sends in his mech to try and catch Beck. And Roger is sad how he, a negotiator, had to resort to brute strength in this case. And then this hidden voice says, indeed, you are unworthy. Unworthy of existing in this world. And then a fucking mummy shows up. Bum, 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 bum. So, Roger recognised the pilot as Michael Seebeck, or rather, Schwarzwald. He's like, that's right, it's me, Roger Smith. He's like, but I saw you disappear in the fire. He's like, yes, but I'm still alive. And he's like, I couldn't allow myself to die before I uncovered the truth. He's just a reporter uncovering the facts and writing articles. But he understood that a mere reporter can't ever reach the truth in this city. And he says there's not even a single person in this city that's interested in learning the truth, but he wants to know. And he wants to learn that which must be known. Roger then says he remembers those words as coming from the draft of his final article, and asks if he has found that truth. And he says that he has, which is why he's returned, and he wanted Roger, the lapdog of this rotten city, to be the first to see what he's uncovered. And Roger says, if this is a joke, I ain't laughing. And for a reporter, your sense of humour is sorely lacking. But he says, he's only telling the truth, and there's only one way to settle this. So he summons hella Megadeuses. And Roger's like, damn, Megadeuses I saw from underground. And it seems that Schwarzwald found these while he was searching for the truth, and Roger figures it's just like a mummy to go digging up a graveyard. Setsuko is worried that Roger's too badly outmatched. And then Dorothy says, well, if you want to fight, you can use your Megadeus. But here's your Megadeus. Roger found you next to it, so I assume you can pilot it. Setsuko's like, I don't know what it is. And then Schwarzwald says that they are averting their eyes from the truth, just like the other fools. You haven't forgotten anything. Reclaim the memories inside of you with your own strength. But it's useless. It's human nature to want to forget the pain. However, I'm different. I've surpassed it to grasp the truth and embrace the pain of this world. Surpass the pain? No matter how sad or painful, I cannot forget. Because that would mean I'd be abandoning the chief and the first lieutenant, and our glory star. And she gets. System check, all green, gunnery carver, active. Vergola, battle function, stand by. She recovered her lost memories by herself? Does this mean there's another person that can transcend the world's rules and arrive at the truth? I'm Second Lieutenant Setsuko Ohara. I'm a member of the Lunar Military Tactical Research Division, Glory Star. Fucking Rand, he's outrageous. But anyway, Schwarzwald is very impressed but figures the world doesn't need two Bigs and two Seekers of the Truth. Bigs. Roger never liked reporters who tried to make themselves larger than their readership, but Schwarzwald is determined to kill him and Setsuko before they learn the truth. But Setsuko, ready to fight? Let's go. And he's like, yep, let's go. And then Roger says, let's send this mummy back where he came. And the SR point is we gotta blow up all of these idiots. Look at this thing. Big old woobly teeth.
Big 王の走行を甘く見ないことだ。できればこのような手段に訴えたくなかったが仕方ない。ビッグ王アクション。
Bonk. Yeah, we need to get a flight part on Roger as soon as possible. And plus movement the booster. But we should be able to solve that. Roger's fucking murdered that dude because he's a crit machine. He's got really high skill and plus 30% crit on top of that. Oh yeah, you wanna go, buddy? You wanna go? Oh yeah, she definitely does want the EN save, doesn't she? Well, she's already got it. I mean, she might. And the SR point is defeat all these things, and then Schwarzwald within 3 turns of their appearance. Here's Setsuko in. We'll go low one.
この距離なら当たって。
This thing doing his little flips. I wish my teeth weren't like that, dudes. Okay, now Roger needs to book it for old Schwarzwald.
私はお前を憐れむ。私の趣味ではないが力ずくで行かせてもらう。
Got him. Yeah, so we'll give her EN save and then replace support attack maybe with something. Yeah, I mean, but her squad bonus is like 10% more support attack damage, so we'll see.
Combat action 習得したんだから。
Combat action. Get him. Nice work. Yeah. That's the Chrome Buster. Missile Anchor. Just punch. The one that I can remember. something impact. And like arc something. Doesn't have final stage yet.
いい加減にしたまえ。いたずらが過ぎるぞ。私はお前を憐れむ。この光、受けていただこう。
With this light, I'm gonna buy you up. Let's go getting all these level ups. Yeah, now this dude definitely got a Chrome Buster. Schwartz, I'll expose what's beneath those bandages. Very well, Roger Smith. You'll see the truth that's hidden there. I don't intend to hear about the truth from a man that's lost his way. If what you say is real, I'll find it with my own eyes. And now, we get to hear fucking Schwarzwald. It's incredible.
どれほどのものか確かめさせてもらおう。
I'll show you the strength of the bigs. And it gives you evasion debuff, but Roger doesn't fancy.
いい。闇だとしたら度が過ぎるぞ。いつの世にも暴力で物事を解決しようとする輩がいるものだ。この光、受けていただこう。
じゃあスミスめ、手こずらせてくれる。
Roger Smith, me. Oh, show me. Okay, then this idiot will kill himself, so that's not a problem. But I think the SR point is kill them and then... Yeah, so I gotta kill him before I do him, and I think the two of these will actually get him, unfortunately. She'll zap this fucker. And then fly up. Like here. So then she can support Roger if it goes another turn.
Action!
He's gone. Where'd he go? Who knows? Steve? Yeah, Steve. Oh my god. Roger is Simba in Kingdom Hearts 2. How's that for some fucked up shit? And he's Ethan Mars in Heavy Rain. What a horrible world you live in. I can't believe he's Simba. It's fucked up. I can't believe Roger is Simba.
これが黒いザ・ビッグの力だというのか。
I'm glad I took the time to kill that other dude because otherwise he would have
どれほ
failed.
どのものか確かめさせてもらおう。
What did you do? 10 damage to me. And now he'll kill himself. give him just a regular punch him. So Setsuko definitely wants Ian safe, but she wants to support herself move too. So I'd have to drop support attack, I think, for it.
Schwarzwald! これがお前のたどり着いた真実か。シュバルツバルト、君の妄言もいい加減にしてもらおう。ビッグを全力を出すぞ。
Get him with one punch. Oh, and a booster. So, Schwarzwald is defeated. Roger says that while he admires his curiosity, he won't allow him to destroy the town. And then Schwarzwald gives Roger a warning, saying that this isn't the end. He's only shown him a fragment of the whole truth. But Roger thinks there's a misunderstanding. He's just a negotiator. He's not a guard dog, as Schwarzwald accuses. But Schwarzwald says that he has another piece of truth to drop on Roger Smith. Sets fire to all the bandages. And it's like a goddamn red big O. Red big O. Roger Smith, you can see you're surprised, but it's not time for the final battle just yet. So he flies up into the sky, and he tells Roger that this false sky called Dome is unnecessary to this world. He needs to show everyone in this town the truth about what happened 40 years ago. And that's what he's going to do with the big duo, and with that, he's going to fly away. You crazy lunatic. So Roger thinks about those words and imagines that whatever it is, then Schwarzwald's truth must be outside the city's dome. And Setsuko says that she can't stay here either. Roger understands. He known from the start that she's not originally from Paradigm City. But Dorothy passes on a message from Norman. Apologising for taking... he's like, Setsuko, Norman says he apologises for taking so long to repair your Mega Deus. But she's like, no, tell Norman he's got my great thanks. And thank you too, Dorothy, for all your help. And he says, you call me Dorothy, you're not going to call me Chief anymore? She's like, no, there was only one person that I could call that. And Roger is sure they'll see each other again. Should she need a negotiation done when the time comes, she need only ask for Roger Smith. He wishes safe travels, and then inwardly she tells the chief that she'll carry on her duty of perfecting the Vagola, but first she needs to find Toby. That's her purpose in life right now. So off she goes. Roger says that he saw Setsuko's eyes filled with determination, but he's glad that the current case has been solved. But Dorothy thinks it's a shame that all of Roger's hard work over the last few weeks has gone to waste. Roger says that if you want to break an omelette, if you want to make an omelette, a few broken eggs go along with the territory, and Setsuko is around to provide the final piece of the puzzle. Then Norman phones and asks about dinner, and Roger says something like, because the three of them are going off on a bit of a trip tomorrow. He's going to leave the city, or as he puts it, he's going to widen the scope of his operations. Dorothy asks if he's worried about Schwarzwald, but Roger's not about to let that man weaken his resolve. And he makes sure that all the clothes Dorothy brings are black, though, because that's one rule that anyone wants to live with him has to follow. And Dorothy just goes, "You are the worst. I'm fed up of telling you you're the worst." Yeah, that's the rule. And then here's Alex, who thinks that Roger is going to break one of Paradigm City rules. But it's clear to him that, as he expected, he's unfitted as a Dominus. Angel, from somewhere else, observes from another place and wonders what Roger's going to look for outside the city. And then Roger, to himself, is muttering that if it's okay if some people walking in the rain won't extend their umbrella to others. That's part of what it means to be free. If there's actually some truth to be found outside of the city, Roger wants to see it with his own eyes. And if he had Setsuko fight Schwarzwald, he'd go, "Seeker of truth, without your memories you would have been happy to die in this city." He says, "But there's something I have to do, and for that I cannot stay here. You wish for the truth, but you find only pain waiting for you. Yet, you still intend to go? I won't hesitate, as long as the chief's words are within me." Because she's a good boy.